Dear dog-loving parents.
Not this fucker again.
There's something I've been wanting to ask you for a pretty long time, but I just didn't have the balls to say it.
Oh boy, here we go.
But I'm gonna say it anyway. Why can't you just teach your kids the truth about dogs the second they're old enough to understand what you're saying? Okay?
Now, what exactly would be considered the truth about dogs? Stuff that has been, researched, as well as historical facts when it comes to dealing with animals such as dogs, or perhaps the emotional, mindless dribble that the dog hater community, or at least people like K9 Aversion, have spewed for the past, pretty much since their channel first started. Which I have to point out has been debunked time and time again by better channels than myself with facts and evidence, when K9 Aversion, as well as other people in this radical dog hater community, use only emotion on their basis for, or at the very least, emotional manipulation to try to get people to believe them.
Isn't that supposed to be your fucking job as a parent, to tell your children the truth? But no, you don't tell your children the truth. You lie to them and tell them that dogs are friendly and gentle and kind, and that they would never harm or attack a child.
Yeah. If you've had experience with dogs, you would know that usually a dog, like any other animal, won't be prone to attack unless they are provoked. Now, there's that rare case where you'll have one random dog that will, snap for no reason. But again, it's very rare and not very often that this happens. But usually dogs trained and are in a loving household will not attack their owners or attack other people. It's basically a factor of the circumstances of where they live or where the animal is staying. But unfortunately, ignorant people like you don't want to believe that.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You know that whole question can be turned around on you, right? Considering the fact that you are open to have people tortured non-stop because they don't believe the same thing that you believe.
Every animal is all about protecting their young from dangerous predators, except for humans. What do? We do the fucking opposite.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
We let the predators into our habitats. What the fuck? We as humans, we think we're evolved. We think we're progressive. We think we're above animals. We are fucking below animals. Even animals don't treat their young the way we do. And they don't endanger our young the way we do, okay?
Man, I gotta say, there's a lot of emotions I'm hearing right now, but no facts. You know what I mean? Let me tell you, you make it harder and harder for me to be convinced about your whole ideal system when it comes to whether dogs are good or bad.
Like, God. Have you ever heard of the show Clifford the Big Red Dog?
Are you seriously going to try to use Clifford the Big Red Dog as a reference to your argument? Oh, you should have stopped while you were ahead.
If it had a little bit more realism, it would go something like this. Clifford wanted Emily, so she chose him for our own. And the love made Clifford grow so big, and then Clifford bit off Emily's face.
You are made of stupid.
And then he bites off Emily's face and she screams, that's literally how it would go.
You know, I'm sticking with my statement that I think that this guy might be related to I hate dogs, dog lovers are mentally ill.
And you parents who are teaching your kids that dogs are not vicious creatures, you are fucking shit parents, and you should have your kids taken away from you. And seriously, why can't you just be honest with your kids? Give them the true facts.
Yeah, nobody wants the true facts of, no offense, a bunch of delusional nut jobs.
By telling your kids lies and endangering them, you're kind of abusing your children.
My brain hurts!
I am seriously wondering what the fuck is this guy going on? What lies? What truths? Dude, you don't give any information, you don't give any facts. All you're doing is just talking out of your ass about how you feel about dogs. That's all you're doing. I'm sorry. Parents who have dogs aren't shit parents. Parents who have dogs that react or interact with their kids are not shit parents. You need to cut this crap and get over yourself.
I'm just telling you the truth.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
I'm just giving you the facts, but it's true.
Not really, considering the fact that all you've been doing is giving, or at least speaking out of emotion. You haven't really shown us any facts. All you've been doing is just talking out of your ass about how you feel about dogs and how you feel about parents having dogs with their children. That is literally what you've been doing for this video. There's no truth to that. It's just opinion, like I said in my last video when I responded to you. Dear God, I hate when people like this, as well as other people, like just saying that they're ultimately telling the truth, that they're ultimately, giving the facts, when one, there's no facts that they've actually given in the video, and two, a lot of what they say is only opinion based. There's no factual data to what they say. Now, it could be turned on me, true. But I never say I'm some kind of fact machine. All I'm doing, especially with the videos that I produce, is give my opinions on a topic. Whether it be stuff like on Anit-Onision, on these dog haters, on the movies or TV shows that I watch. Hell, even the video games that I play. Everything that I do is opinion based. Because to some extent, there may be something against what I say that'd be more factual. In which case, there are times where I end up correcting myself. But you have people like this who can't be wrong. And unfortunately, they have their whole mindset on being right, that they can't handle when other people give opinions that override their own opinions.
You are fucking child abusers. And speaking of child abuse, I know a lot of parents put their family dog on the same level as their children, and sorry about that, but I had to burp. But anyway, a lot of people put their dogs on the same level as their children. K9 Aversion has said she had kids contact her.
I smell job. You're ugly.
And tell her that They were depressed because their parents compared them to a shit-eating beast. Yeah, putting your children on the same level as the family mutt. That is really fucking damaging for your kids. Hell, that's practically child abuse.
I kind of don't want to respond to this, considering the fact that this sounds really, really stupid.
No. That's not practically child abuse. That is fucking child abuse.
You serious?
Seriously. You parents who compare your children to shit-eating monsters, you should have your fucking kids taken away from you. You should have your kids taken away from you and give them to someone who actually gives a shit about them, okay?
And who would you say would be the perfect parent for those kids, huh? I'm hoping you're not going to say somebody like K9 Aversion, who has been outed as a narcissistic psychopath.
Anyway, so parents who may be watching this, if you're going to have a child, then make sure you get rid of your dog, and make sure you show them my videos, show them I Hate Dogs' videos, show them K9 Aversion's videos, and show them every dog hating YouTube channel, and make sure they learn the true facts about dogs, because we really need to teach our children these facts, because they are really good for them, and they will make our society so much better if we eliminate dogs from our society.
This guy is fucking stupid!
Dogs are responsible for all the wars, violence, crime, racism, sexism, misogyny, and homophobia.
Oh, wow, really? Dogs have caused all of that. Really? I mean, it's not something that, that is, inhumanity when it comes to, not understanding certain situations or, people's, beliefs, or it was all dogs. It was all dogs. I mean, if that's the case, then yeah, why haven't dogs been freaking, taken out of society yet? Why haven't they been removed from every corner of the globe and put into one island where all the dogs can live and we can live in complete and utter harmony? Now, ultimately, you want to talk about dishonesty, then guess what? You trying to trump every sort of atrocity that has plagued this planet because of dogs is, in the lack of a better word, very dishonest of an individual who claims to know the facts.
Because they represent literally everything that is wrong with humanity. Dogs and their owners both have the attitude of, I'll do what I want for my own personal enjoyment, regardless of how it affects me or the people around me. That's literally what dogs and their owners are like.
Yeah, no. But nice try anyway.
Now let us continue with this ongoing crusade against these worthless stinking mutts and their worthless fucking owners.
Not much of a crusade, really. I mean, let's face it. If we were to call this a quote-unquote crusade, let's say everybody had to go to war or go to battle, you and the other people, the dog haters, would be the people that would hide in your tents and wait for everything to blow over. Because, when it comes to dealing with other people's opinions, you guys are complete and utter cowards.
Now, if you've watched my videos, you'll notice that I hate dogs. But I don't just hate dogs. I literally hate all animals.
Wow, with the way you talked, I would have never have guessed that.
I hate cats too. I also hate dolphins. I hate literally every animal on Earth. Hell, I even hate adult humans. I like human children, but I don't like adults because of how they treat children.
I kind of feel like the only reason you and many others would only like kids is due to the fact that you would want to take the kids, indoctrinate them to have, or at least become, these psychopathic, radical individuals with only your viewpoints.
Now, but even though most adults have been trained to be selfish assholes, I will remain a human rights activist because humans are the most important animal on Earth and they do the least amount of damage to the kids.
Well, I don't know about you, but society begs to differ. And I'm not even joking here. I can see kids, I mean, I don't want to see that, but I'm just saying, more likely you're going to have kids that are going to be beaten, abused more often than they're going to be affected by dog bites. I know it sounds bad that I'm defending this crap, but let's be honest here. You're going to see more child abuse from adults than you're going to see from actual harm from dogs.
Fuck animal rights. Animals don't own this planet. This planet belongs to the humans and only to the humans. Animals don't even fucking deserve compassion because they don't have emotions. Humans have emotions, so they are the only animal that deserves compassion.
Yeah, I beg to differ, considering the fact that it's been debated that animals, big or small, can suffer or at least understand emotions. Not the complex ones, but at the very least the basics like happiness, sadness, anger, and so on. Now, I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video where there's a debate article about emotion in animals. You guys go check it out. It's actually a really cool read. But just in case, here it is too, so in case I forget.
And I just want to say that animal rights activists are huge fucking hypocrites. Like, seriously, you will see PETA members protesting a steakhouse, but you will not see them protesting an abortion clinic.
I think I'm going to go ahead and refer to my previous clip.
This guy is fucking stupid!
You do realize that PETA only cares about animal lives, right? They could give two shits about human life that was affected. Now, granted, they are hypocrites when it comes to their own ideals, considering that, well, they would take animals from people and then proceed to, when they have an overflow, kill those animals, claim, still under the guise of, it's only for their protection. Yep, bullshit. They were a lot better off with, their original owners than they were with PETA. But my point being, that was a really bad analogy.
And another thing, these vegans and misanthropes and PETA members are extremely hypocritical. They cry and scream and bitch over animal abuse, yet they don't worry about things that actually matter.
Well, you have to realize that the only thing that matters to them is the safety and well-being of animals, even though, again, people like PETA, they fail at it. And I will say, and to give my opinion, I will say that when it comes to some activism, when it comes to animal rights, you know what? I'll say flat out that some people's hearts are in the right place, but go about it in probably the worst ways possible. To the point where they have to use guilt trip as well as slander to individuals, corporations, etc. to try to get their way. Kind of like what this guy is doing right now.
There are kids in Africa who are starving and dying and just living with diseases, dying from diseases, and living with mental disorders and PTSD from war. And these animal rights activists don't do shit.
Yeah, because their main focus is animals. You do realize that's that's pretty obvious in the name of the title that they go by. Animal activists, meaning they only focus on animals.
Seriously, what the fuck? So who's really got it bad? The animals or the humans? I'll let you do the math in your head. Another thing, there are also teenage girls being sold into sex slavery against their will in the Middle East. But you don't see those animal rights activists flying over to the Middle East to help those girls. But they will do everything they can to fly to China and help mutts. Fucking worthless, brain-dead mutts. And another thing, young girls have souls, but dogs don't.
Oh my god, I feel like my brain is dying from every word that this guy spews out of his mouth.
So, who's really got it bad? Humans or animals? And now, here's another thing I wanted to say. I've recently discovered that the koalas are going extinct within 50 years. And a lot of people are crying and bitching and saying it's a tragedy. The only tragedy is that these stupid brain-dead koalas didn't already go extinct years ago. And in China and Korea, there are mutts being used for food. They're being skinned alive, boiled in water, and they're being made for food. And people say it's a tragedy. The only tragedy is that dog meat isn't legal here in the US. Fuck them, and fuck anyone who's trying to help those worthless mutts. Fuck anyone who's trying to help the koalas. Fuck anyone who's trying to save animals from slaughterhouses. Fuck anyone who's trying to save animals from fur farms. And fuck anyone who's trying to save endangered species. Just because you as you love animals and you like sucking their dicks and eating their clits, that doesn't mean you shouldn't care about your fellow humans too. Just because you don't like humans and don't like sucking their dicks and don't like eating their clits, that doesn't mean you shouldn't help them. So yeah, fuck animal rights. Human rights are more important.
Man, I gotta say, you spew a lot of opinions in the last two videos that I responded to. Man, you sound so freaking big and bad. Like you know everything, that you are so confident. But, you wanna hear something hilarious? And this is something that I want to bring up with my, especially when it comes to some of my responses to people like this, K9 Aversion, and many others. At some point I received this comment from the individual that we're reacting to, which is Rational Thinker. And in the comment he writes, "Novakast, you and your stupid fans need to quit bullying me for liking children more than dogs." Okay, first off, and I love that when it comes to comments, and I usually don't respond to comments like this, but when it comes to comments and people making accusations about me, it's always fun when people don't actually give any evidence to, or at least give a timestamp of when I was actually bullying them or being mean to them. I mean, at this point, with a lot of you know, or at the very least, a lot of you know that when it comes to reacting, I do a lot of shit talk. Because at this point, if those people are going to dish it out, then they can sure as hell take it. And if they can't, then you know what, they could stay off the internet. But for the most part, have I bullied this individual? No, not at all. Have I told my fans to go and attack him? No, I have not. I have not gone and told my fans to go and attack this individual. In fact, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember if I said his channel name at all. Maybe once, but I don't remember if I did. And even if I did, I would have strongly told people, do not go after this individual. Because I point out the fact that by doing so, We are no better than the individuals that we are responding to. Not to mention the fact that they would use that as fuel for their own victimhood, which is exactly what this guy is doing right now. The only thing that I did when it comes to this individual is talk about his psychotic, psychopathic behavior. I mean, they're both the same thing, but still. His psychopathic behavior. About how he feels that people who don't follow his rhetoric should be tortured endlessly. And it almost seems like he has a sick satisfaction for it too. Which again is why I reference him to that of the individual known as I hate dogs, dog lovers, and mentally ill. Somebody who constantly wishes harm towards others. Who wants violent outcomes towards people that he doesn't like. So, have I bullied this so-called rational thinker? No. Have I shit-talked him in my videos? Yes, but never bullied. I've never doxed him. I have never told my fans to go after him. I am against that kind of behavior. Though I will admit that even if I tell people not to, more likely you're going to have those few, they're going to do it anyways. In which case, you can't hold me responsible for what certain individuals do. You can't do that for certain when it comes to the content creators that make videos and some of their fans decide to go after you and comment. And that's just the thing too, is us leaving comments. That's not bullying you, that's giving opinions. So, if you're done acting like a little victim, if you're done with this crap that we are bullying you, put your big boy pants on and accept what other people have to say. If not, then guess what? I don't think the internet is actually the best place for you. That's just my opinion. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you guys for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you have anything you'd like to add to the conversation, leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want to follow us on social media, links are in the description. If you guys want to follow us with more gaming content, Magi, Aden, and MJ do gaming content on Twitch and YouTube. If you guys want to watch any nature walks, Sage does that. It's a ton of fun to watch. If you guys want to watch some of the gaming content or let's watch or review videos that I've been doing, where I either will do let's plays or talk about a movie or TV show that I'm watching, then go check those out. Usually I upload or premiere the videos around midnight, 6 a.m. and noon Pacific time. Once again, that is midnight, 6 a.m. and noon Pacific time. And on Sundays, usually around 6 p.m., we do our podcast. Also, something I should probably start doing, at the very least, if I'm going to use content or at least music from channels like remix music or whatever, quick shout out to the channel known as Trap Music Now. They make a lot of remix music for different video game media, TV shows, whatever. And I got their music for Pokemon Sword and Shield, which is the background music that I'm using for my video now. So go check them out if you guys want to listen to some really great remixes of some of the music that you like. With that being said, this is Rob of Novakast signing off. Have a good one, and take care. Peace.